Hi everyone, welcome to Woman Empowerment Series with me today, Farisha, and we have a very special guest with us, and it's Andrea Zsapka. Hi Andrea,
Hi, Noor. Hi. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
All good, all good. I'm in Brazil now, waiting to go back to Malaysia finally. So we are still waiting that we can go back. That's the situation now.
How is the condition like in Brazil?
It's okay. It's okay. People still go out, so there's not so many restrictions here. It's getting a little bit more serious, so there are more cases. So yeah, we
Mm-hmm.
will see. We will see. But soon we will move a little bit closer to Europe, and then from Europe later on, when Malaysia opens the borders, then finally we can get in Malaysia.
Yeah, the
Hopefully soon.
situation is the same here as well due to coronavirus. So the government is taking really extra precautionary measures for preventing the disease from spreading. And for today, for Women Empowerment Series, okay, it's where I showcase all the amazing ladies, yes, for my Women Empowerment show. So, Andrea, can you tell me more about yourself? What do you do?
Yeah, so originally I'm from Hungary,
Mm-hmm.
but I moved to Malaysia 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing a lot of things. So basically, my diploma is economist on bank
Economy.
management and stock exchange.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I have this kind of diploma. And next to it, I was working with multinational companies as a team leader, and I was also going into direction of coaching people. And
Mm-hmm.
next to this, I'm also a dance teacher. So I am a personal trainer and dance teacher. And I'm also a personal branding expert. So I'm teaching, coaching people how to have an irresistible brand. And yeah, I'm doing this very actively. I have three brands basically. Dance with Me Asia for promoting active lifestyle and active and healthy lifestyle through
Mm-hmm.
dancing. I
Mm-hmm.
have also Brand with Me Asia, which is my profession, where I'm teaching, coaching people to have the brand
Mm-hmm.
sorted. And the third one is the What Women Want platform, where I am actually providing free coaching for women. And next to it, we are raising awareness about discrimination, domestic abuse, violence, and bullying. And through this program, the ladies can come and join the free workshops. They learn together. And if they have the capacity or the resources, then they can buy little badges for the women. And these badges are representing hours of coaching programs.
Mm-hmm.
So I already sold like 4 badges. So that means I have 4 hours of coaching offering. I want to offer it for different associations for free. So these ladies actually sponsoring my coaching program that I provide at the association for the women in need, or for those women who are abused, or for those women who have been discriminated, or they are in a very specific situation. So that's what I do. It's a wide range, but I love to do it. I have my profession, I have my mission, and I also have my passion. So now I feel fulfilled.
Very, very inspiring and very driven. Okay, and for the next question, what does woman empowerment means to you?
So women empowerment for me actually is has a special meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Everything what you see today and what you hear in media, it's all about bossy ladies, and you have to be like very strong and strict, and you have to follow and be the richest,
Yeah.
bossiest person ever. So it's a little bit for me. It went sideways. So what I
Yeah.
would like to do and what I'm spreading, it's that we have to get back to the basics. So women empowerment
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
me is more like balancing the situation out and help where the gap is too big, so that the men and the women can help each other in dancing. We say it, one of my tango teacher told this to me, it's an independent union. So that means that you are together, but both of you has to be strong, and then you can grow together. And that's also my motto, to grow and elevate each other. You have to have this independent union of the two genders basically, so that both of them can improve and develop individually and together as a couple, or together as a society, or together as the world or the humanity, right? So for
Yes.
me, that's women empowerment, what it means. Yes.
Yes, and I totally agree with you, Andrea. It's it's a joint together. Yeah, and it's a partnership. Yes, and men and women complement each other, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And the main message also that women empowerment means that women has to actually empower each other too. So that means that men helping the women and women helping the men, but also between each other, the women have to stop this kind of competing with each other. It's coming from natural backgrounds, of course, because humans are having this kind of setups from the from the beginning of
Yeah.
humankind. So
Yeah.
it's hard to tackle, but actually that's the thing, that women with each other should stop to be like fight each other. They should even elevate each other instead
Exactly.
of fight each other. Yes,
Exactly. And I truly support that. Yeah, women empowerment because I truly believe we need to support and also empower one another and also helping each
exactly.
other grow.
Exactly,
Okay.
and there are studies now that gender parity is actually good economically too. So if
Mm-hmm.
both of the people, because now we are living in a world when you need more money to sustain the same level of living lifestyle that you are having now. So in
Mm-hmm.
this kind of they call it like a spiraling event,
Yeah.
this kind of economy, you need both parties. It's not possible anymore to just
Mm-hmm.
be one person in the family earning money. So gender parity, actually including the women in these kind of jobs, and then including the women more in the workforce, is helping to grow the economy. It's already proven. So yeah, that's my thought on this question.
Yeah, exactly. And I totally agree with you. Okay, for the next question, who are the women leaders that you admire the most, that you look
Yeah,
up
when
to
we
as a mentor?
when you were preparing, actually you were saying that you were mentioning Oprah. Like, I really like Oprah. I think she does something amazing. It's a magical thing that she started very early. So she was one of the pioneers of the personal branding, and she built herself up. So as a personal branding expert, she is one
Mm-hmm.
of my icons. And
Yeah,
also
she's
as a
one of my
woman,
idols
because
too.
yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly,
love
because she's
her.
one
She's
of the black
amazing.
women
Yeah.
first getting into such a high position, and then she's doing so much for everyone. So she's definitely one of them. And on the other hand, I really like animals. So Jane Goodall is the other one. Jane Goodall is the one who is made some studies about gorillas, and she was living with gorillas. And I think it's like some kind of different perspective of the humanity, how we can live a life together with nature, and especially in this situation that we are now, it shows that if we would really take care about our surroundings, it would be good for us on a long term. So when you see that people were not going out and the nature came back, I heard in Malaysia the animals were coming back to the cities. I heard that everything is more clean. In China, the air is like the best ever. So there is not so much many problems. So it's really nice what is happening. So I believe that for long term, this is one of the biggest parts that we should take care about. Because if you don't do that, like what she is doing, that you don't respect, and she's pushing for
Yes.
respecting nature, then it's, yeah, what are you doing there now? I mean, then you don't have future. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't care about the nature, you don't have future. So why do you have your long term goals if you don't have the world
Mm-hmm.
to prosper and to be in it? So for me, she is the other one. Those two ladies are one of the two of my icons. Then I have also Audrey Hepburn. I really like her because she was some kind of she was also someone who was very good with other people. She was supporting other people. She did a lot of work with UNICEF. So she's also one of another icon with style.
Yes, I love Audrey Hepburn. I love her fashion. I love her
Yes.
style, like her dressing. It's totally like wow, like with her
Yeah.
dress and her pearls, breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah, exactly. I decided to go to the
Yeah.
vintage with my branding. So if you saw some of my pictures, they were inspired by Audrey Hepburn, because with Jules, with my photographer, she's a very nice photographer. We did some images that are actually coming from that time. So that's base of my brand actually is inspired by Audrey.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, moving on to the next question. What would be your advice to the young ladies, to the young women out there?
Young women. Okay. So my first advice is that uh, actually when you are young, let's start from that point of view that I'm from a different generation, right? I am coming from like I was born in 82, so I have still had the opportunity to exist without my phone and without all this IT and everything that is now actually taking us and yeah, manipulating us in a way that it was never like this before. You could still decide whether you want a phone or you don't want a phone. You could still decide whether you want to buy something or not because you haven't been influenced that much. So now today, if you are a millennial or if you are a young person, it's a little bit different because you are living and you was were born in this situation, you were born with your iPhones, you were born with your phones. So that means that you are already living in this situation. So that's the base where we are starting from. It's totally different for me, what I got, or other people from other generation and the new generation. So my only message for the new generation is that keep your roots and try to find a way to ask other people from other generations about their experiences and about their real life stories. Because if you don't do that, it's like you are getting all your information from the internet, you are checking online, and there is no filter. So most of the information today about the fake news, we hear everything. So
Yeah,
it's like 80% of the knowledge there, it's not from sure sources, it's not proven, no one fact checked those information, right? So that means that the young generation is living on information which is not proven. So I would say to these young women to check. So
yeah.
you read something and then you fact check with someone, or you read something but you ask your grandmother, your mother, your elderly friends about their experiences so that you can check a little bit the background. And it's the same about women empowerment, if we are talking about this topic now, that ask those experiences, ask about their fears, or ask about how it was in the old time for the other generation, for the women from the other generation, because
Yeah.
it's not the same to learn from the internet, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not the same to ask from your mother, grandmother, auntie, or whoever has lived different times and has different perspectives.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Andrea, for that insight. It's really interesting to know from your point of view on your advice to the young ladies out there. Okay. And now we've come to the final question. These days, due to coronavirus, due to the MCO, a lot of people are depressed, sad, and they have anxiety because they can't go out. Some are scared because of the virus, and we don't know what's going to happen with coronavirus until they have found a cure to cure it. So a lot of people are facing anxiety, uncertainty, depressed because not knowing what's going to happen with their life, with their job. A lot of people are uncertain right now, and also with the country's economy. And this is not just affecting Malaysia, but I think the whole world, everywhere. So, what would be your advice for people who are watching this? What would be your best advice on how do we turn the negative into positive? Because a lot of people are thinking negative right now because they don't know. Nobody knows what's going to happen next, right? After the pandemic, after coronavirus. So, how can we develop a mindset shift? We want to shift the negative thinking into positive. So, what would be your best advice to people out there?
So I have 2 points to add to this question. This is a very good question. I got these questions a lot of times because I'm doing the weekly
Mm.
webinars for entrepreneurs where I'm trying to give them different perspectives about how they can survive, and I'm inviting experts to tell their advice, how they do and how they adapt to the situation. So I
Mm-hmm.
have two advices because we are
Yeah.
all different. The first
Yes.
advice is it's not the same, not as easy for everyone to get out of the negative drill. So to get out from this negative circle, for some people it's impossible alone. Some people are very good to do it alone, but some people
Mm.
cannot get out alone.
Yeah.
So as the first advice for those people who are stronger, who are adaptable, and who already are out and they are positive, that's the thing where we can start. Those people in this situation should turn to the other people who are negative, and they have to be the trigger to pull those people out. This is something because you need just a click, just something that will take you out, and sometimes you cannot do it alone.
Yeah, and
So
not
if you are,
everyone can think positive, right, Andrea? Not
yes. So
everyone
you
can
every day you are
think
just in
calm.
this negative bubble. You lose your job. Imagine you don't have money. We are all in different situations. You don't go to work. You don't meet people. So it will be very low and very deep for those people in a very hard situation in their own bubble. So for these people, I definitely advise that it's not up to them in this situation because they are unable to get out. So there has to be someone from the outside. So watch out for your friends and for your for your anyone around you. If you feel that someone is negative, try to pull them out of it. That's the first advice. Second advice, if you already have a little bit of sight of positivity, so that means that one day is down and the other day is up, then actually the main thing that you can do is to find something that is always working for you. So imagine I'm a dancer. So whenever I'm low, whenever I'm feeling low, the
You
first thing I
dance.
do, I dance. I put the
Uh,
music on and I start to
yeah,
dance,
and you
and it
dance
will,
like
yeah,
this.
100% it takes me out of any kind of deep
Yeah.
level. So if you have a passion
It's
that you
like
like to do,
exercise, right? Because when you exercise, it releases a hormone that calls endorphin, and
the
endorphin makes you
music,
happy.
endorphin, yes, exactly. But it's not all only dancing. So some of the people maybe like to sew, some of the people like to watch a movie, some of the people like
Exercise.
exercise. Yes, you have many things. So you have to choose the strongest passion, and to break the cycle that you are in, the negative cycle, you just choose, and every time you feel low, you do the same thing that is always working for you. If your passion is reading, or let's also the same. So
Or
forget about everything, do
painting,
the passion, and then you will be,
anything.
yes,
Yeah, it can be
exactly.
painting, singing, cooking, anything that, when you develop a habit, you don't feel negative anymore because you do
Yes, you
something that
just
you
forget
love.
about it.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the other way, or the other advice, if it's not about individuals, so you remember, if you are in a bubble, then you need someone else. If you have the little light at the end of the tunnel, then you just make it stronger with your passion. And if you are an entrepreneur, then basically what you have to do, and what happened to me too, it's to open your mind, like wide open, because there is no impossible thing, no impossible challenge. And challenges, mistakes, and everything is just helping us to grow. So
Yes,
what
and
happens to
it's
you
part
in
of
this
life.
situation?
Yeah.
Yes, you just take whatever you have. I never did, like 1 month ago, I didn't go online with videos. I haven't done, I just went without my face. I was not talking in front of people online. Now I'm everywhere because I would like to do it, because I see that you have to do it. So
Yeah.
learn new things, experience. Sometimes it goes wrong, but then you correct the next time,
Yeah, it's
and it's just,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's my two part of advice for individuals and for entrepreneurs, to open that mind and help each other, and just invent. That's honestly, this is the most creative time of my life since this pandemic happened. I luckily saw the good things in it, and there are so many inspiring people out there,
Yeah.
so that they are all drawing you up. So just go with it and try and error, trial, error, trial, error. You
Yeah,
always
yeah.
do this kind of flow, and you will get there.
Exactly, because life is a trial and error. It goes the same for me as well. Some days you have good days, and some days you have bad days. So it's all normal, and everyone goes through the same thing because we're all human, right? Yeah, and
Yes.
if you don't try, if you don't go for it, if you don't push yourself, and if you don't get out of your comfort zone, you're never going to achieve anything. So that's how I look at
Yes.
life. So
Yeah,
usually
perfect.
I will push myself to get out of my comfort zone and do it. So
Yes,
that
yes.
is what drives me also to create this platform, Women Empowerment Series, because I feel that, hey, I think I need to do something. So in order to do it, I need that extra push. Yeah, and something like a vision that drives you to do it. So when you have something that drives and motivate you, you will do it and you can do it. So like what I'm doing now. So also as a general advice to all the women out there, just go out there and just do it and just push
Yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
And be yourself. That's another thing, to be yourself, because if you find these little things, like I found my profession, my mission, and my passion, that will drive
Yeah.
you. You don't need anyone to motivate you. You can sit in front of the computer for hours and you just don't forget the time, because it's like
Yeah.
I'm preparing for this women empowerment panel discussion on Friday that we
Ah,
will have
okay.
with the ladies. I will have six amazing ladies, and we will have an open discussion about women empowerment. And it's like always new ideas. Okay, let's put this cover on Facebook, let's do this, let's do that. So all the time you are just getting more and more ideas if you let your mind to be open and you are looking around and you are listening to other people. Then you will get there. It's just stay curious. That's a big message that I would like to send out. Stay curious.
Exactly. Okay, so before we end the show, what would be your advice to the viewers out there watching, and where can they follow you online? What is your Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn so that they can follow you on social media?
Okay, so my advice for the followers: follow Noor in the future, because she's doing an amazing job. She's empowering women, which is also my goal. So I'm totally 100% supporting her in doing this. To follow her, that's something that you cannot really get everywhere else. The only thing that is valuable today, because knowledge is there, so you can
Yes.
search on Google everything, whatever you want. So the personalities are the unique things that you can still find, and the unique perspective. So follow ladies like Noor or like Oprah or all these kind of people, because they will inspire you. And people can actually reach me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm.
with my own name, or through my three platforms: Brand with Me Asia, Dance with Me Asia, and What Women Want workshops. So anything you type in Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, you will find me for sure. And
Amazing.
everyone is
Okay, great.
welcomed. Yeah, we do a lot of free webinars, because I believe in sharing knowledge. So I have a weekly webinar every Friday. You have to register, and then you get automatically the invitation. This is like a weekly webinar, entrepreneur elevator webinar, when I'm inviting some people like Tahir
Mm-hmm.
was our guest last time, and he was talking. We will have a lawyer. So all kind of people are sharing experiences. So feel
Mm-hmm.
free to contact me. I'm here. You can even message me on Facebook, no problem, and also on LinkedIn. So let's connect.
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Andrea, for being in Woman Empowerment Series. And till then, stay safe. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for inviting. Bye bye.
Bye, Andrea.
Bye.